Hey buddies, Sky here. Hope you're having an awesome day so far. In this video, we're going to go through 5 quick random tips that will help you in your vault hunting experience. They're not in any particular order, and they're geared towards probably early game players. However, there might be some information here for more advanced players as well. Hope you enjoy. Let's go. So the first tip in this video is about spending your skill points. You earn skill points when your vault level goes up or by crafting the skill orbs, which you'll figure out a little bit later, I imagine. But first things first is what you want to spend your first couple of skill points on, which would be, in my opinion, looter. The reason being is that looter increases the chance to find rare loot inside of vault chests, treasure rooms, and boss crates. Rare loot include, but is not limited to obelisk inscriptions, skill essence, which is what I was just referring to, that you use to craft skill orbs, where you can gain more skills, and skill shards, same thing. You turn skill essence into skill shards, which you then turn into skill orbs with an orb frame. It's kind of like a bonus tip there for you. Every level spent increases the chance of extra loot. So basically, you're getting extra loot specifically from vaults with this looter perk, which means you're going to have a more chance of getting skill essence and skill shards, which then you can get more skills with. So essentially, putting your skill points into this first is going to help you to progress exponentially faster in the mid to late games. So I definitely want to prioritize looter 1 first, ASAP. The second thing I wanted to talk about is vault crystals and their rarities. There are 4 different rarities of vault crystals: common, rare, epic, and omega. They have varying percentage chances of being pulled from a vault altar, unsurprisingly, and those percentages are right here on the vault crystal wiki page. Commons are 55.6, rare is 27.8, epic is 13.9, and omega is 2.8. So you can see there's a very low chance of getting omegas. What I highly recommend is saving your epics and omegas if you happen to get really lucky and get them very early, because you want to have keys so that you can do treasure rooms. If you don't know what I mean by that, just take my word for it for the time being. And you also want to have a higher looter level to get better loot from your epics and your omegas. So I would save your epics, I would save your omegas until you're at a point where you have keys and higher looter levels, so you can guarantee yourselves better loot from those vaults. This next one is a little bit more specific. It's specifically with regards to getting snow as one of your vault altar requirements. So yes, you can get snowballs as a vault altar requirement. And there's an very easy way to get it. I did try and get snow on here. I tried a few recipes, but did not get it in the end. So you can obviously just imagine we had snow in here as a requirement. It'll be snowballs that's required. So you can set yourself up a little snow golem near your altar, and then you can just overlap the 2 tiles there. And I'm in creative, so you're not going to see that properly. Come on, mate. Can you make it snowy again? But anyway, you can pretty much just spam snowballs like this. And all of these snowballs are going to be getting pulled into the altar to satisfy your snowball altar requirement. Alright, so this tip is going to be all about cardboard boxes. Cardboard boxes are a very interesting block that you can use for a number of purposes. But if you find items in vaults that are boxed like this, or you find cardboard boxes, there's usually items on the inside. So if you crouch and right click, that'll take the box off, and then you can see the inside item. And sometimes those items will be very valuable, like diamond blocks. But there's another trick that you can use with these boxes, because you can box spawners and then pick them up like any other block. So I could box a spawner in a vault, bring it to my base, and then make a mob farm out of it. And that's a really easy way to make early game mob farms to start grinding some of the materials that you need for vaults. Now be warned that the spawners do bug out a little bit after being boxed. And sometimes they revert back to their original form, the original type of spawner it was. So you saw me put the egg in there. You can use spawn eggs to change the spawner from one thing to another. You'll get a lot of spawn eggs from the vaults. However, after boxing and replacing, frequently, if you then change it, it'll revert at some point back to its original form. This one doesn't look like it's going to, and I don't know if it will because I'm doing it not the normal way. Great, now we spawn a ghast. That was probably a bad idea to use that one as an example. But yeah, just be aware of when you're using spawners after boxing, is they can bug out and revert back. So you might have to use 2 eggs to get it to be the one that you actually want it to be, if that makes sense. So just be aware of that. And the last thing I want to show you guys today is the Infinity Water Bucket. So Water Bucket can be enchanted with Infinity, costs 10 levels always. And this Infinity Water Bucket, well, it's a water bucket that has Infinity. You can guess what it does. Now, this is incredibly useful, particularly in vaults, of course. Very useful. You can use it to go up or down safely, cover rooms with lava, and make them safe now. One thing to note, though, is that if your vault is lagging, or if your game is lagging and you place water while it's lagging, it will bug out and remove the Infinity enchantment. So when you first enter a vault, you probably notice it takes some time to generate the vault. Your timer doesn't start counting down for maybe 5 or 10 seconds. While that timer is frozen, do not use the water bucket. You can spawn in a spawn room that has lava. My first instinct is usually to just pull my water bucket out and cover the lava immediately. But if the timer hasn't started and it's lagging, you place the water bucket and you'll lose Infinity, and then you won't have an Infinity water bucket for that whole vault. I always bring a spare Infinity water bucket and a shulker on my vault runs just in case, because they're so useful. And just know that you can make an Infinity water bucket, and it's pretty freaking awesome. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, consider subscribing. I go live on my Twitch channel 5 days a week, every day except Monday and Friday at 1 o'clock UK time on twitch.tv/SomeNutsGuy. It'd be great to see some of you guys there. Regardless, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Take care.